All right, so we are given the following problem. Given figures 1, 2, and 3, complete all 5 representations showing the relationship between the number and total number of tiles. And we are going to NAGS it up. So remember, and if you need to pause your video at this time, make sure that you have your paper organized in this manner. You have your N, your A, your G, your S, sometimes a picture. Remember, this is going to be a good review so you can do a retake for your assessment. So we have figure 1, 2, and 3. And by looking at this, I can tell that I have 4 blocks on the bottom, and then on each end, it looks like a block has been added. And if I come over to figure 2, looks like I have 4 on the bottom, and then on each end, another block is added. And it looks like there's a pattern that is developing here. When we get to figure 3, there's 3 on each side above the 4. So our fourth figure would probably, or will look like this, and then our fifth figure would look like this. So, and remember, these are going to go down here for sometimes a picture where you would be able to put all 5 of these drawings. Next, we're going to kind of look at how we can put this into words for a sentence. So we need to look at this, and we can see that we start with 4 blocks on each diagram, and then looks like we are adding 1 tile to each end above. So we want to put that into words. So we start with 4 tiles on bottom, then above we add 2 tiles, 1 on each end for each figure number. Right? So right there we have just done the 2 bottom portion of our NAGS organizer. So we are going to keep things moving. All right, next we are going to jump up and do our N. All right, so for N, we're going to have to make a table. Remember, it's going to be a 3-column table. And we need to label parts of our table. So we need to first look at figure number. Okay, our input will be our figure number. Our middle will always be our process. And then on the end, we will have the total number of tiles. Okay, so looking at our first diagram, figure 1 up here, looks like we have we put our 1, and then we start with 4, and it looks like we're adding 2. And I put that 1 in parentheses because you're going to see we end up plugging that in. And 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. And as you can see up here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total tiles. So we are going to keep going with that. We're going to follow this process. So for figure 2, we have 4 plus 2 times 2, which is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. All right, then we have figure 3, which we have 4 plus 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. Figure 4, we would have 4 plus 2 parentheses times 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. Then for figure 5, we would have 4 plus 2 times 5. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is equal to 14. Now beneath it, we can start preparing, and remember, this is all going to go up here. For numerical, as you could see, I already put the check marks next to the S there, so we're working on this part of our NAGS organizer. So we have the following. So we need to start labeling some of these. So we have, for figure, I think F is a pretty good label, and this is going to help us with our algebraic. And then we're going to put our process, so we're going to do 4 plus 2F, because For any figure number, we can just plug it right into our process, and then we'll be able to get our output of total tiles, which we're going to label as T in this situation. All right, so now we have done our numerical. It has been completed. We can move down to algebraic, as you can see. And remember, you can pause, rewind, go back to any part of this video as you need to. All right, next, we have our algebraic. And up here, we wrote it out, 4 plus 2 times f, right? And it is equal to the total number of tiles. So this would be our algebraic rule. 4 plus 2f is equal to t. And remember, all I did, I pulled this from our table from above. And we do need to detail, label these. So f is going to be our figure number, and then t is going to be the total number of tiles. Right? And this is going to go right there under algebraic. And we'll keep things moving. Now we got the last part of our NAGS, which is going to be our G, graphical. We need to graph this. And remember, we need to make this our X and Y. We're going to make a table here, all right? And we have our X and Y. And from here, I'm going to get my X and Y from none other than a numerical. So we have our input, which is our figure number, and our output, which is total number of tiles. So 1 and 6 would be our first ordered pair. All right, so I would write 1 and 6. And then going back up, we've got 2 and 8. All right, we got 3 and 10. We got 4 and 12, and we got 5 and 14. All right, so the next step is to open up our good pal Desmos. Okay, we want Desmos to help us out. So I'm going to bring Desmos over here. All right, and I'm going to resize it so it is comfortable for us to work with. And then I will resize this so we can see everything as we are working. So remember, in Desmos, we're going to hit our plus sign and we're going to put it in our table. Right? And we're going to do 1, 6, 2, 8, 3 and 10, 4 and 12, we're going to do 5 and 14. Remember, we're going to hit our zoom fit button down here, and then that's going to clean everything up and give us some good space to put our graph. So I'm going to zoom in here and give ourselves some room to put this in to our diagram. So we need to, at this time, draw a graph. Okay. Now, it's good to pay attention to see over on Desmos, we go up to 5 over here. Convenient enough, we need to go up to 5 over here. So we'll label those 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And remember, this is going to be the figure numbers. Okay, scroll back up. And then I can see here we're going 5, 10, 15. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to go 5, 10, and 15. And over here, remember, we always have to label, which is why I put a figure number on there. But this is going to be the total number of tiles. Okay, I'm sorry that does not look too good with my writing. My pen and then from there, I'm going to plot my points. All right, so I have I've got 1 and 6. I've got 2 and 8. I've got 3 and 10. I've got 4 and 12. And I've got 5 and 14. All right. And there you have your graph. Now we always also want to put a title at the top of our graph. So we can say, we can call this tiles. All right. And that wraps things up. That gives us the final G. And now we have done an entire next problem. Please feel free to rewind this video, stop it, pause it, where you see fit so you can get that extra reinforcement before you retake your test.